Of course, we were also discussing the PwC report, the poverty index, saying that it may hit 140 million people this year, despite these reforms that have been given to us by this administration. In your professional opinion, do you see these new tax laws as a tool for economic improvement, economic recovery, or is it something of a final squeeze for the poor man and a population already that's at a breaking point?
First and foremost, tax, it's like a trust thing. When the government, if you want people to voluntarily pay taxes, government must enhance transparency that will build trust. That's where the deficiency is. You see, in an economy where the president had consistently said that he feels the pain, he feels the suffering of the masses, subsidies, there are no subsidies. The only mono product that drives the economy, subsidies, have been removed. You can say despite since the removal of subsidy, the prices, are going down. But just imagine a situation where people were buying a product at 200 and something naira, and then it leaps to 1,000 plus, and then it's gradually coming down to 700 and something. It's still high for the average man. And then you look at the price of electricity. It is also not even those people in band A. They still have epileptic supply sometimes, and in most cases, they are still having to pay more, that rate, that band A rate, despite not having consistent power supply. This also affects the prices of goods and services. And in all of this, you still see the government living as if we're an economic boom, despite the economic doom. So, what one would have expected was the government to cut costs and actually feel the pain of the everyday person. We still see contract awarded and then jobs not effectively carried out. We still see governors driving a retinue of cars and retinue of aides who do not have desk anywhere. So with this kind of deficiency, as fantastic as the tax administration law is, the tax law is, and trying to update our tax laws to be in tandem with best practices. The first question is our governance and our political government in tandem with best practice? So in the absence of that, you're going to tax the big companies for the benefit of the poor companies, and then you say if your income is less than 800,000 per annum, take a minimum wage of the 70,000 minimum wage. By the time you tabulate it, you find out that there is absolutely nobody in Nigeria whose income is less than 800,000 naira per annum. We're talking about 12 months. If you are spending 800,000 naira for 12 months in Nigeria, certainly to be difficult for you to move. Your mobility is highly inhibited. Take a study of transportation in December, for example, from Iyanokpaja to Victoria Island. You know the way Lagos is. And those traveling from Lagos to the east, the west, and the north for holiday, I had to pay about 45,000 naira from Lagos to Auchi just to deliver a bag to somebody. So when you put all of this together, all of these fine lines and fantastic wording of, oh yes, it is to tax the rich to enhance the poor, really it's just a way of hoodwinking or trying to calm the poor people who have consistently not benefited from, government largesse, if you want to call it that way. When you see somebody who was hitherto very poor, had nothing, becomes a councillor, and then the next thing he drives SUVs. The government, the local government that is supposed to be the government that is closest to the people, despite the reforms, despite the autonomy granted to the local government, we still see that they are almost non-functional. So in all of this, I think government should do more in terms of transparency, in terms of enhancing the governance structure in Nigeria by providing more of these amenities. I take our mind back to when Fashola was governor in Lagos State. You saw people voluntarily going to pay taxes because they saw roads being constructed. They saw, no matter how small we say, they saw reforms. But in an era where nobody's saying anything, the roads are deplorable, despite the fact that we're constructing new ones, and the prices of goods and services are skyrocketing. Your take-home pay can hardly take you home, whether you're in private or public sector. Corruption index is on the high, that EFCC does not even know where to start. Then we're still saying, look, we want to tax everybody. It is good to tax, no doubt. Nigerians ordinarily are not used to it, but also because Nigerians have never really benefited from good governance.
Absolutely, Libros, I get your point about who really...
Now we be the